Two-port network. In this topic, we are going to discuss the subtopics: introduction to two-port network, Z parameter, Y parameters, what is my H parameter, ABCD parameters, conversion, how to convert from one parameter into other parameter, and we'll be doing some problems based on what we have discussed. So today, or in this presentation, I am going to discuss only introduction part. So we are going to discuss some basic things. First thing, what is meant by a port in an electrical network? So look at this diagram or figure. You can see here two lines connected with the network. These two lines are terminals, one dash, and this pair of terminals is called port. So port means a pair of terminals at which signal may enter or leave a network. Okay, so this network is called as one port network because we got only one pair of terminals, one dash. Okay, so if you take two port network, look at this diagram. You can see here we got one dash and two dash. So this is one port and this is another port. So this network is called as two port network. So this one dash forms, or it is taken as input port, and two dash is output port. Okay, so signal enters the input port and is acted upon the network and leaves the output port. So since this network has got two pair of terminals, one dash and two dash, hence it is called two-port network. So the variables associated with the input port or port 1 is termed as V1, I1. Similarly, the variables associated with port 2 or output port are termed as V2, I2. These V1, I1, V2, I2 are called as variables of the network. So if we take transformers, transmission and distribution lines, communication networks, amplifiers, etc. are characterized by two-port network. For example, if I take transformers, then we got primary side and secondary side. So primary side is port 1 and secondary side is port 2. On the other hand, if you take transmission and distribution lines, there we got sending end and receiving end. Sending end may be input port, receiving end will be output port. So we can model electric or electronic circuits through these two-port networks. So parameters, any circuit can be modeled using different parameters. So for example, in this case we are going to discuss Z parameter, or else it is called as impedance parameter, Y parameter or admittance parameter, H parameters are called as hybrid parameters, G parameter, it is inverse of this H parameter, T parameter is called as transmission line parameters, or else another name is ABCD parameter. Okay, ABCD parameters, and T dash parameter, it is inverse of T parameters. All these parameters are independent of how the network works. That is very important. Okay, these are independent variables. Okay, or independent things which will not depend on how this network acts or works. The next important topic, before going deep into the subject, we must know what is meant by symmetrical and reciprocal network. So a symmetrical network is nothing else. If we got two ports, already we have seen, and if we measure impedance at the input port, and it that is called as input impedance, and with that input impedance, if it is equal to output impedance, then we say that that network is symmetrical network. So a network is said to be symmetrical network if its input impedance is equal to its output impedance. Or we can also put it into another form: if the network looks same from the both input and output port, then it is called symmetrical network. If the above condition is not satisfied, then we say that that is asymmetrical network. Okay, so we'll see with an example how we can identify whether it is a symmetrical or asymmetrical network. So I have shown here a two-port network, a T section, okay, T model. You can see here, this is your input port V1 I1, and this is your output port V2 I2, port 1 and port 2, and you can see here impedance Z1, Z2 and Z3 is given. So if as per our definition for symmetrical network, we can say if this Z1 is equal to Z2, then this network is symmetrical network. So for example, if I cut this network into two half sections, and if the value of impedance on the either halves are equal, then we can say it is a symmetrical network. For example, we can take this circuit or this network. You can see here, if I make a cut over here, and if I could find that this and this value are equal, then it is symmetrical. So you can see here it is 3, and here also it is 3, then this one is symmetrical. Similarly, you can see here whether it is symmetrical or asymmetrical. If I put a cut, or if I cut this section into two halves, I can see here it is 2 and here it is 4, it is asymmetrical. And here in this case, definitely it is a symmetrical network, because you got both offset sides, you will get the same value of resistance or impedance, hence it is called symmetrical network. So very simple, if input impedance and output impedance are equal, then we can say that network is symmetrical network. Then next one is reciprocal network. So a network is said to be reciprocal if that network obeys reciprocity theorem. So already we have studied about reciprocity theorem. For example, if I take a network, two-port network, and in that case, if the voltage appearing at port 2 due to current flowing through in port 1 is as same as the voltage appearing at port 1 when the same current is applied to port 2. Okay, so if that, even after interchanging the positions, even after interchanging the things, if we get the same value of V bar I, then we say that is reciprocal network. So network can be reciprocal only if the network contains passive components. That is very important. Okay, if that network should have only passive components, that means it can have resistance, inductance, or capacitance, or impedance, then we can have, definitely we can say that that is reciprocal network. On the other side, if it contains any active component like generator or transistors, then it is not a reciprocal network. That is very important, very important. Okay, if that network want to be a reciprocal network, then that network should contain only passive components. That is important. Okay, so let us for example, we'll see here, we can find out this as networks are reciprocal or non-reciprocal. You can see here we got 3 ohms and some 2 ohms. It is reciprocal because all these elements are passive elements. Again here we can see all are passive elements. We got only resistance, then we can say it is reciprocal definitely. And in this case it is not reciprocal. Why? Because we got dependent source. So once if we get generator or transistor like that, then these are called as active elements. Active elements, once if you have an active elements, then definitely that network cannot be a reciprocal network. With this I stop this presentation. Thank you for watching. We will be discussing the rest of the topics in the forthcoming slides. Thank you for watching.